welcome to Daytona International Speedway qualifying underway for the SRL Sidecar Series presented by Evers Fever Podcast. Gen 6 Cup Cars running the clash tonight. We didn't have a 2024 Sidecar season to fall back on for our pole winners to enter the clash, so we have decided to open it up to all 2024 pole winners in Sidewinder. And then the Open is open to all of our current Sidecar 2025 drivers. 2 drivers from this Open will qualify into the main. Not normally how a clash is set up, but that's how we dealt with not having a season last season. Everyone that ran 2024 Sidewinder was able to get in to the main event if they so chose. This is not a points race or anything for Sidecar. Prize that I put up, $10 prize or a free paint scheme, does not come out of the prize pool for Sidecar. It's just a little bonus thing that we put together. The 07 Philip Schmitz out on track. You also have the 59 car of Carson Bechtel. There's Carson in the Earnhardt throwback. We also have the 18 Travis Scriptures. The time starts to come in. They have 2 laps tonight. 2 laps to set their best time. Casey did a 1 and done. I think Taylor has as well. Maybe I gave him 1. Not sure. Not sure anymore. Must have gave him 1. Philip does 1 and done. Check in on Carson. He's still flat-footed. Currently P2, right behind Casey Graves by 1/1000th of a second. Quinn Newton 100th back. Taylor Friday goes to 3rd. Carson still got the foot down. Let's see what he can put in lap number 2. Out of turn number 4, heading to the tri-oval. He's going to the pit lane. He's practicing his pit entry with his brake bias. Good idea. In case he needs it, but I don't think a green flag run 20 laps you have to pit. Maybe right on the edge, I think. So maybe if he goes green, I don't think we'll have that problem. I think Cliff's running the bus stop. He's going to the party in the infield. Davis Greenwell headed out there. You forget it's 1 lap every time. Even I forgot if it was 1 or 2 tonight. I was watching you guys. Look up there. They're shutting it out after 1. I guess it's 1. Davis put it in P3. Mike Chris. Ward Burton throwback. That paint scheme won a Daytona 500. Back with Ward Burton. I believe it was 2002. All we got to show you is Davis slowly rolling down the backstretch. We're running out of cars to show you for the last 50 seconds. He's coming to a stop. He'll probably tow. And Dalton, the USA cars headed out there. And now he's stopping. We can show you the car at least. Casey Graves is going to be your pole sitter. Let's see if he's hanging out in chat. Have a quick word with him. He is. Hooray. Casey, DG, you copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, looks like we're going to be the pole sitter here for this little 20-lap open to try to make the main event. How do we feel about your chances?
Well, hopefully, just don't crash.
All right, bud. Well, good luck here. See if you can't make that main.
Yeah, hopefully, take all my experience from the SRX Open and apply it here.
There you go, Mr. SRX champion.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thanks for giving us a quick word. You got quick sponsor shout outs before we get started here?
Just everybody over at True Speed, and you guys for putting this race on.
All right. We appreciate you, my friend, and good luck here.
All right. Thank you.
Casey Graves in the 01 is your pole sitter for tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup presented by our friends in The Wanted Goons. If everybody can get out on the track, that will be great. You at least have our pollster to show you for a minute. Nope. Doesn't want. There it goes. It really didn't want to. Casey Graves in the True Speed Camry. Starting on pole in a 0-1.
Oh, yeah.
Starting second will be Carson Bechtel in that. I guess it says Paul. Have Paul on the hood and Menards on the side. It's a very Paul Menard, Dale Earnhardt car there. Starting there in the second spot. Davis Greenwell, he'll start third, the number 20, that chrome metallic pinkish purple thing. You have Mike Chris in that Caterpillar throwback with 712 brakes on there. Quinn Newton, the guy who owns 712 brakes, with his Chevrolet starting in the 5th spot, number 88. Have the 77 of Taylor Friday rolling off from the 6th spot. Cliff Mullins, Curly's Guns and More Chevrolet starts in the 7th spot. Kenny Frizzy, Wannagoon Chevy rolls off in 8th. Dave Hoytsma with the Realtree Ford starts in the 9th spot. Philip Schmitz and the Jack Daniel Chevy starts 10th. Jeremy Clapper Newell in the number 99 Chevy for Martin Sports starts 11th. We have Russell Harold starting his Fanatec Chevy in the 12th spot. Jordan Parker has his number 9 Chevy starting in the 13th spot. Travis Scripture P1 Racing Toyota starts 14th. Dalton Hayes will be slotted to start 15th. There he goes. Just gets out on track in that Do SA Chevrolet. And Daniel Wallen will roll off 16th. It looks like an Iowa Hawkeyes logo on the front of that 712 brake Chevrolet. Interesting to see. There you go. That is your 16-car grid. 2 of these drivers guaranteed to make the next main event here tonight. We'll wait for the field to roll out there. There you go. Taking their sweet time. Guess it's seeing if Cody Brown or Race Control grid up, but they are not running tonight. Cody Brown is in the main event, as is Race Control, which is going to be Matt Benke in the main later on. Those guys already in the main for winning a pole in 2024. Thanks once again to the Wannagoons for sponsoring our starting lineup. Appreciate them coming on board for that. $20-lap shootout. Hello, Chance 2.
Hello.
You guys ready for this?
I reckon we are.
Did I give you enough fuel to make it to the end or no?
Yeah, we got enough.
Perfect. That's what I meant to do. Okay. I couldn't remember if I just out of habit put it at 50.
No, we got about 16 laps over what we need for this.
Perfect. Full things. All right. Good luck, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks.
Cliff Mullins mostly talking there. Also Dalton Hayes in there, and Cody Brown was completely silent. Field rolls down the backstretch. Take a look at our race analysis. Just figured out what our thing is here. Don't pay attention to the points at halfway. We're not doing that tonight. I don't even know if that'll fix that. Oh, yeah, it does. Cool. There you go. Yeah, 20 laps. It's at night. Nice and dark outside. Track temp a steady 78 degrees. Wind speed holding at 2 miles an hour, so not too bad out there. Nice Florida night out in Daytona. Fuel window is now known. They can make it to the end without stopping. So it should all be about track position here. 20 laps to make the main event. This is all of our sidecar entrants that did not win poles last year. All these guys getting a chance to transfer into the main via this open. Green flag in the air. Casey Graves, Carson Bechtel lead us side by side down to turn number 1. So we are underway in this sidecar clash open. Casey Graves down low, being pushed by the Davis Greenwell machine. Up high, that is Mike Christopher shoving Carson Bechtel out to the front. Outside lane getting a huge run down the backstretch. Casey Graves falling back a little bit. Mike Chris dives to the bottom, gets ahead of Casey Graves, heading into turn number 3. Mike Chris wanting to lead that first lap. Next week is our duels in qualifying for Daytona. Figure out the starting lineup for our Daytona 500, or one of these drivers could win $500 in cash. Like Chris, Casey Graves hook up and get way out front. Almost brought back the tandem draft. Davis Greenwell, Quinn Newton closing back in. About the top 7 goes single file, and now Davis Greenwell pops to the outside. Mike Chris goes to block. Mike Chris does not want to fall back in the field. Davis Greenwell having to put on the brakes to not turn him. Quinn Newton, there's the 9. That is Jordan Parker, newcomer to the SRL leagues. Got a lot of new names to learn tonight. Inside lane starting to look pretty good here. Get formed up nice. Now Davis Greenwell gets a push from Newton and drops to the bottom. Some low drag teammates battling up at the front here. Davis Greenwell, Mike Chris, Quinn Newton, all right there in that low drag team. Plus Casey Graves from True Speed. Casey, I don't think, has any teammates here tonight. He'll work with anybody he can to keep his car towards the front. 22 drops down in front of his teammates, and they go 1, 2, 3 with the low drag cars. Casey Graves loses all his drafts, starting to drift back towards Carson Bechtel. Bechtel will pull up to his back bumper, give him a push. Up at the front, low drag 1, 2, 3. Mike Chris, Davis Greenwell, Quinn Newton. And it is a minimum of 2 cars that transfer, but we could take more if not enough pole sitters show up in our main event. So it's important to try and still get 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Should we get not enough pole sitters. Mike Chris still in command. Davis Greenwell staying with him. Outside line starting to make progress. They've gotten up past Cliff Mullins, starting to work on Quinn Newton for the 3rd spot. Then we got one in the wall. I believe that was Jeremy Clapper Newell, red and white Martin Sports Chevrolet, getting the fence there, going through the triangle. Didn't seem to have slowed him down much. Just broke up the outside lane a bit. We're going to have to regroup and try again. Outside line does get the momentum if they can stay together. Oh my gosh, huge push. Carson Bechtel got completely sideways. 59 machine all but wrecked there. Definitely scattered that top lane. Number 9 car, Jordan, dropped to the bottom there. He didn't like what he was seeing. Jordan Parker bailed out of that. All the cars are still in this lead pack except for Daniel Llewellyn in the 32. Daniel's fallen well off the pace. I think he was expecting an early wreck. Not a lot of time in this race, so you can't really sit back and wait. 20-lap sprint. Right now, your guaranteed transfers will be Mike Chris and Davis Greenwell.
Stop pushing.
Stop pushing, someone says. You know the pushes you can get here as long as they don't knock you sideways. Looks like we have Graves, Bechtel, and Kenny Frisbee in that top lane. Password really quick. Move that real quick. Excuse me.
Take it down.
Casey Graves goes to the race lead. Carson Bechtel drops to the bottom to get some air. Catches the apron. Got a little out of shape there, but keeps the car from blowing up, so that's good. Oh, Mike Chris gets to the back of him. Knocks him sideways. Now Mike Chris is in the grass. Saves the race car. We stay green. And that got a bit crazy. That got crazy indeed.
Or clear as you have to.
Almost halfway through this Oh my gosh, Dalton Hayes banging doors with the 9 of Jordan Parker.
I got nobody push.
Frisbee asking the 9 to give him a push.
'59, stay off me, dude. I am on the leader, dude. Get off me. If you're not ready for this salad, let's just go for it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm on top of the guy in front of me, dude. I can't do that when you're bumping me like that.
We got drama already. It's just a precursor to the season. They're already angry. Dr. Newell backs out, leads Steady Dave through.
Check, check.
Davis Greenwell pushed out to the lead by Dalton Hayes. And now those two hold the transfers. Dalton drops to the bottom in front of Casey Graves. Abandons the 20 of Davis Greenwell. 07, Philip Schmitz gets to the back of that Davis Greenwell machine. They'll try to work together on the high side. Casey Graves going to push Dalton Hayes through the trioval. Kenny Frisbee, third car line, bottom lane. Head of 9 of Jordan Parker.
Right, come on, you just gotta throw it.
Parker did not like all the commentary from the 59 car, so the 59 has gone to the top side, but it has not worked out for him. Casey Graves taking a peek when Dalton stays in there, maybe just trying to cool it off. Here comes the low drag cars. 22 Mike Chris gone to the outside of the number 9. Team low drag try to get back to the front as we get to halfway here.
Guide me. I'm down a bottle of Jack.
Down a bottle of Jack. Casey Graves getting all kinds of push to Dalton Hayes, trying to keep them way out in front, but that big lead may hurt them.
Hell yeah, Cadillac, I'm there.
Top lane really forming together now. Davis gets up there with the low drag cars. It's like Carson Bechtel's joined the low drag team. There goes Kenny Frisbee and the 01. Casey Graves to the top. They wanted to head off this run. Mike Chris wanting none of it, trying to get in the middle. Kenny Frisbee just forces his way in front of Mike Chris. That allows Casey Graves and Kenny Frisbee 1 and 2. Dalton Hayes sits in third. And Quinn Newton and the 9 of Jordan Parker.
You tried to split a 3 when I'm in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I was confused by that not clear.
Three middle. Well, you were in the middle of the track.
Shit, my car was there. Don't tell you, not clear.
Drivers are being entertaining already. Kenny thought he was just going to watch football tonight, but here he is sitting in second, pushing Casey Graves. Those two in the transfer spots. Dalton be the first alternate sitting there in third. Jordan Parker, Cliff Mullins, they've all gone single file. Taylor Friday, Philip Schmitz, and then the low drag cars. That didn't work out for them at all. They'll fall into the rear of the field. Copper Newell, Quinn Newton side by side for the 8th spot. Carson Bechtel wanting to get up there and push the low drag cars. 59 cars join that top side. Made their way now up alongside the 77. And get that momentum to build. They'll put a pretty good push here. Cliff's going to go up there and join them. Takes his chance to Extreme Machine to the top. Looks like everyone's trying to figure out where they want to go to the front of the field. Kenny just keeps pushing Casey Graves to the front. Here comes the 88 right up by the wall. Mike Chris giving him a push. Seven laps to go. Into the tri-oval, be 6 at the stripe. Right now it'd be Casey Graves and Kenny Frisbee moving on to the main event.
I gotta back off my 290.
Kenny Frisbee close to blowing a motor, has to back off the leader. That's going to help the outside lane. Here comes Jordan Parker to lead that group, gets the front of the 88 of Quinn Newton.
Hey, 59, you like middle?
Those used to be teammates. That was Davis Greenwell and Carson Bechtel. Fields catching Daniel Llewellyn. Llewellyn up for a lap down. 19 of Harold has also lost the lead draft. Fields going to have to say double file. Can't add a third lane while they go around the lap car. It's like Daniel's holding it to the top. Field caught him at a decent spot going down the backstretch. Coming out of turn number 4, it's still Casey Graves out in front. Kenny Frisbee holding down second. Dalton Hayes is alongside. Kenny trying to get the push to catch back up to the leader. Casey Graves there. Dalton Hayes in the 47s moved to the outside lane. Was running third on the bottom.
Friday, you can bump me. I got a car ahead of me. Like a car late.
Oh, Dalton comes down the track a little bit. Casey Graves goes up. They're making contact, and there's the wreck. A lot of cars at the front of the field involved in that one. Casey Graves goes around. Kenny Frisbee makes it through. And that started right at the front. Let's see how that one transpired. A little bit of blocking going on, and I think brought that up on us. 9 gets into the wall at the same time. The 47 gets into that left rear of the 01. They go into the outside wall. Not going to place any blame
still here or no?
placed on that one.
How in the world I don't want to push all the way up to the wall and wreck? I don't understand. 80, that was pretty good pushing. I was trying to keep looking at the gas.
Watch out, Quinn Newton gets through here. Gets a piece of the 9. Might be a little right front damage. The 9 actually saved the car. That's impressive.
Checking up middle back.
Casey Graves right at the front of the field has a completely destroyed right front tire. Have to come down, grab his fast repair.
GG, we have 2-0.
He is her. Kenny Frisbee, Jordan Parker, Quinn Newton, Mike Chris, Philip Schmitz, and Jeremy Clapper Newell, the top 6. And Cliff Mullins. Here comes Dalton Hayes. His car's a little beat up. Doesn't look like it's handling very good.
Philip, you gotta be around.
Dalton kept it up to speed, so it's letting him
GG,
go
I'm choosing top.
about all the way to the front of the field here.
We're pacing.
I'm letting you guys know well ahead of time I'm choosing top.
Okay, I see what's going on.
They talked about that 22. It told me to keep the 47 by, so I didn't see that message.
Yeah, it's cool. I saw when the 47 passed, I figured that's what was going on.
Well, we're going into a green-white checker attempt here. Daniel Llewellyn gets his lap back. He'll be set to try and make an attempt here to still get into the transfer race. It's weird seeing Daniel in the 32, but someone took his 23. So he's in the 32 for this race. If he makes the main, he'll probably be back in the 23. Right now it's Kenny Frisbee, Jordan Parker to front 2, holding down the transfer spots. Dalton Hayes, if he finishes in that spot, he'll just be hoping somebody doesn't show up for the main event. He would be the next alternate in. Quinn Newton, Philip Schmitz, Mike Chris, Clapper Newell, Cliff Mullins. Dang, that car is in rough shape. What is that, Philip Schmitz?
Oh, one, you know you're junk, right?
Casey?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go down the pit road and go to the back.
Okay, just make sure.
Sorry, I thought we were doing Jim Speedway, not Roosevelt.
The right front tire just completely pushed up into the fender on
I have
Hero
a
1.
sponsor to, maybe be drunk, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what happened there, Casey. I wanted to look at it before I commented on it. If it was my fault, though, I apologize.
I think it's just a racing deal. I'm pretty sure you're getting pushed, and I went up the block, and your momentum just kind of turned me. It's one of them things. I ain't worried about it.
Well, Kenny, find yourself at the front of the field here. I've already chosen the top like 3 laps ago, so no worries of interrupting anything there. How do we feel about trying to hang on here with this green white checker?
I think Casey deserves it.
Not great. I know I got a few low drag guys behind me. I have Dalton and Jordan Parker. I've been shit talking Parker for the last 2 weeks about his Napa sponsorship. Me and Dalton have mended things, but with him being on the bottom, I didn't realize he was in third when I made my I didn't realize he was in third when I made my choice. Otherwise, I probably would have stayed down below. Let me get back up to the pace car a little bit. So I'm kind of hoping chaos happens with only one green white checkered. Obviously, I don't want to give away my strategy too much here, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to stay out front. If shit happens, then hopefully I'm in the top 2 when it happens.
10-4, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kenny Frisbee in the 11, leading here, chosen top lane. See if Jordan wants to give us a quick chat. Jordan, you're restarting on the front row here. What's your plan? What's your strategy? What are you going to do here?
Well, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. We're just going to see what unfolds here after this next half lap of pacing. You got a green white checker attempt. You're on the front row. What do you think your odds of winning this thing?
Well, the 47 to me looked like a great pusher all night. I trust him. I think he trusts me. That's why he's back down here with me. The 11 is a little bit scary, but with only having one attempt, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. I got my spotter in my ear. He's letting me know what's all going on. So let's hope we can go win this thing.
And full. Good luck.
Yeah.
Jordan Parker in the 9, giving us a quick chat. Kenny Frisbee, the 11 on the top, white and black with the red stripe. That is your control car. And the white and black number 9 on the inside lane. In second has Dalton Hayes lined up behind him. Kenny's got the 88 of Quinn Newton. Beautiful gold and black Camaro there for the 712 brake Chevrolet. Into the restart zone they go. Kenny gets a bit of a jump before the green flag waves. See what he decides to do here with that jump. He's going to trend down towards the bottom line here. The 2 cars behind him are going to have quite a run, although Quinn Newton does not have a lot of help behind him. Head down into 1. There goes Mike Chris popping up behind him. Figured those low drag cars would hook up. 2 laps to go. Really a lap and a half as we're on the backstretch. Mike Chris giving a shove. The 9 pops up there. Kenny goes to block. The 9 of Parker looking back to the inside now. Kenny not sure what to do. I think he's going to stay in front of Quinn. Quinn gives him a shot into the corner. They stay connected. The 9 gets a little out of shape. Kenny leading the outside line with Quinn Newton, Mike Chris. Quinn's going to dive to the bottom. Mike Chris, don't know if he has the room. He does. Mike Chris gets to the bottom. Quinn Newton leads that lap side by side with Kenny Frisbee. And now Cliff Mullins has Kenny Frisbee to push. Ooh, that's Daniel Llewellyn bouncing it off the fence there. Right now it's Quinn Newton and the 22 of Mike Chris in the transfers. Jordan Parker going to have to make a move here if he wants to get in guaranteed. And he is doing that move down the backstretch. Pops out around Mike Chris, trying to get a push. Yes, Kenny Frisbee in the 11 trying to get him up there, but Kenny got a little bit sideways there down the straightaway. And he gets turned by Cliff Mullins. Back up to the front, though. You're on the white flag lap. We won't see the caution. Quinn Newton, Mike Chris coming to the line. Davis Greenwell protecting there in third. He's going to jump outside Mike Chris. Has the push from the Jack Daniels car, but it is going to be Quinn Newton and the 22 of Mike Chris. They did great teamwork there. Pull off the 2 guaranteed transfers. Davis Greenwell's going to have to hope somebody doesn't show up. Then you have Philip Schmitz, Jordan Parker, your top 5. Cliff Mullins, Dalton Hayes, Daniel Llewellyn, Clapper Newell, and Travis Scripture. Let's see if we can get a word with our open winner, Quinn Newton. Mr. Quinn, DG, got a copy?
Hey, what going on, man?
Not a whole lot. You just won the open and got yourself into the main event tonight. How pumped up are you for that?
Oh, feels good, feels good. A lot of good teamwork there at the end. Just having the lineup there, having Mike behind me definitely helped, and then having Cliff and Davis there definitely helped as well. Kenny threw a great block there, but it kind of left him out with two or three teammates. Just bad luck on his part of who he had behind him. So we're able to cut down there and take it. So yeah, we're in, and hopefully we can get a nice low drag / 712 breaks win here in the old duels here, or clash, whatever.
Clash. Duels next week.
Yeah, duels are next week. Clash this week.
All right, bud. Well, congrats on the win here. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for that open win.
Yeah, low drag, that was a good team win right there. Couldn't have done without Mike and Davis there. 712 breaks. Check us out on Whatnot. Got a big card show coming up here in a couple weeks. Gonna be doing a lot of rookie cards and stuff like that. So
there you go. Make sure you go check it out on Whatnot. And yeah, congrats on the win, my friend.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Back up in his chat, we'll track down the 22 of Mike Chris. Mike DG, you got a copy?
Oh, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. You guys worked that strategy out really well to get the team 1-2 there. You worked well early on, then you kind of fell back. Did you do that on purpose, or just kind of way it worked out?
No, I don't even remember what happened. I think I got a little squirrely. We almost wrecked. I think I remember saving it, which was good. But I think at that point, me and Quinn even had the same. We were like, oh, that's probably it. We're not going to do it. I think that caution kind of helped us, even though we were kind of making strides, but everybody kept pulling up, blocking that top lane, and just were kind of killing us. I knew that me and him were pretty good pushers, regardless of who's 1 and 2. So I knew if we hooked up in clean air, we could get there. And I know Kenny threw a block there on the backstretch going to the last lap. Kind of held us off pretty well. Luckily, the bottom lane stalled out, and then we were able to pull out. Just barely cleared. But as soon as I knew I was hooked to Quinn's bumper, I knew we were going to haul. Because, this is one of the few times at Daytona, you don't have to worry about trying to win the race. You just hook to your guy in front of you and just get 1-2. So
100%. Well, congrats on transferring into the main, and well, you guys can figure out who's going to be ahead of who in the main event now. So good luck in that one. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us?
Oh, just shout out to all the low drag people. 706, 712 breaks, whatever it is. Quinn's Card Company. Shout out to them. He's probably gonna be mad because I messed the name up, but I can't remember the numbers.
You did good. It is 712.
Maybe let's see the next race. I'll probably, I'll have to pull out and not push him to the line. But
it's it for. All right, man. Good luck, and we'll see you in the main event.
Thanks.
All right. I see that you guys have an issue going on. Let's get our Davis interview in real quick. Davis, DG, you got a copy? Hello, Davis, DG. All right, there we go. DG to DG. What's up, man?
I don't know. I think I did pretty good there.
Yeah, you did really well. You got a 3rd spot. You're right behind a couple of your low drag teammates there. Now you have to hope somebody misses out on that main event, so gives you a spot here, right?
Yeah, I gotta have at least one.
All right, man. We'll see what shakes out. But you got the 3rd place here. You got Friends Family sponsors out for your good run here.
That's all I got, really. 712, and shout out 706 breaks as well. All
right, man. Congrats on the strong run, and get on out of here and see if we can get you into the main event.
Thank you.
Davis Greenlaw in the 20 brings it home 3rd. And now we'll go ahead and shuffle our way over to the main. Apparently we're having issues with the password, so I may have copied it wrong. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's save this. Yes. And Clash Open will work. It's all good, Ian. Replay is saved. We'll stay live on YouTube. The heck with it, because it should be not much longer before we can get this password working. It says it's locked. Let's just try all the passwords. I can't believe I have to enter a password just to go in there. Is it that one? I did Clash 2025 SRL. You guys can all hear it because I know who's in the main and who's not. I'll go type it in though. I left out a number when I typed it. lets out the 20. There you go. Correct password is not posted. My bad. My bad. Should be good now. Alright, let's move things around. Don't need that. We don't need that. We can hide this. Minimize that. There's my desktop. Beautiful. If I register without joining and then withdraw, can I change what I registered as? Because I don't want to be a driver in this. I just want to be viewer. Host it. I got you, Ian. As long as you can watch. Matt, if you notice in the Discord, I put the correct one. Here's a watch option. There we go. So I can still do it. Can't spell. Can't join as a spectator because of previously. Okay, so I can't do that. I'll have to go back in as a driver again. Dang it. I'll ignore my name on the scoreboard. I don't count towards the drivers. Continue. And go back in. It depends, Dalton. We will fill until we get to 20. So if 30 pole sitters show up, then nobody but the transfers get in. But if 16 pole sitters show up, then 4 will come in from the open. See how that works? So the password needs to get to the 2. We're loading in our session here. See Blake's in there, Brad, Cody, Ethan, Hayden, Lucas, Matt, Quinn. Quinn's already in there. And I'm sure 22 Mike Chris has the password. She said, yes, you're coming. Dalton doesn't want to hear that. On my way. You got time. Race starts in like 22 minutes. You're good. You're good. She said yes in more than one way. I think they're already married. Yeah, 12 in there so far. See how many we have. With 5 minutes to go in practice, that'll be when I start pulling the alternates in. So you have about 15 minutes to sit and wait. Hope to get your way into the next one. Let's get that down. Reload our theme. And that way it'll show the fastest in practice here. How much time left? 5 minutes. 5 minutes of practice. 5 minutes of practice. We'll start pulling people in. So you got 15 minutes to sit and wait. See if you get in, Mr. Davis. Is there... Did anyone get a picture of the finishing order? I know Davis was third, but like 4th, 5th if we go that far. Does anybody have that? That'd be really helpful. Or if you can just send me a picture of the results in Discord, that would be helpful. Please. Should have did 26. Our scoreboard goes to 20. That's why I do it. Scoreboard goes to 20. Alright, let's start getting cameras a little more interesting here. Don't know if it'll let me set too much exciting. We'll do it over here. Because as me as a driver, that's why it's being done. I don't count towards the drivers, so don't factor me in. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now we have 12. Right now we have 12. What up, Steve? I didn't miss you, by the way. See you chatting in the YouTubes. Appreciate you, Steve. Numbers are going to be all jumbled here. It's going to be confusing. .108 Ethan Evers. Numbers are first come, first serve for this main event because it's a hosted, so it's going to be all over the place. Thank you, Clapper, for sending that over to me. Appreciate you. So it'll be Davis, and then Philip Schmitz, then Jordan Parker. Those are the first 3 alternates. Ian's joining a 36. You guys are trying to give me an aneurysm. Blake's in the 7, Newton's in a 9 on the scoreboard. Daniel's in an 11. I think these guys forgot that they're supposed to set their numbers in their iRacing sim. They are all over the place. Right now it is 14, Dalton 14. I think all of low drag just died. Yeah, I sent you a thank you clapper when I saw you sent the clearer one. Thank you.
What in here?
Hayden, I think the tire under the car is ungood.
Would you like the apron 500?
That was really entertaining, actually. Oh, Benke is a pole sitter, Dalton. Benke is in this race. Yeah, not tonight, Hayes. He's allowed to run. He was a pole sitter last season. Still 14, so right now the top 6 from the last race would get in. What kind of trouble they're going to cause this time. And there it is. I haven't waited too much fun. Hopefully we won't see a lot of that in the race till like. I guess Blake wins last man standing. Still sitting at 14 with 9 minutes to go. About 4 minutes away from knowing if 6 guys get in or less. Be a minimum of 2, which we're already in. Could be taking 6 more. So if we take 6 more, Dalton, you're in. Those 6 would be Davis Greenwell, Philip Schmidt, Jordan Parker, Cliff Mullins, Dalton Hayes, and Daniel Wallen. Those would be the ones that get in. Minutes to go until we find out if those 6 get in. I think it's if you win this race, not if you qualify on pole. Wasn't that how it was in the old Clash? If you were the Clash winner, you got to be in? At least for 1 year, I think. I thought winners was all-star race. Clash was poles. Unless you mean winners of the race. That would make sense. But then what would champions be? Like, season champions? Yeah, okay. I think it's, yeah, that makes sense back when it was the Bush Clash. That's what we're going for. Oh, there goes Matt. Oh. 90 seconds so we find out who's in, who's not. You made a Hendrick Car's car and I'm grossed out. It's disgusting. 50 seconds. Six drivers right now. 30 seconds.
We gonna get more people here or what?
In 24 seconds.
Okay, good, because I'm what my intrusive thoughts clean.
Alright, you six are in. It's time to give you the rewards and the password. Discord is over here. Go right there. Oh, that's not it. Go right there. Driver's going through Davis. Why can I never find your name? It's very annoying. There it goes. Davis, you have the password. Who's next? God, your name is so far down there. It's so tiny. Oh my god. Holy crap, Matt. Philip. Philip, you're in. Philip is in the main. Who's next? That was a hell of a jump. Hell of a jump. Jordan. Jordan.
I'm trying to do a qualifying run.
Jordan's in. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Clapper, this list is really helping. Thank you.
Qualifying what?
Cliff! Cliff, you're in. Neo is distracting the shit out of me right now. Fuck off, Neo. Dalton's already in, so Daniel. Daniel is the final one. Okay. Excuse me. Everybody has their passwords now. And if any of them don't make it by qualifying, we'll stick the next guy in, which I think is Clapper. I think is Clapper. Yes. Yes. You didn't, Rick. You would have been in. Typical for turtles. Damn. Fucking Corey. Coming in with the haymakers. Corey, get with me about your paint schemes. I need to know what vehicles you need it on. He sent me the scheme. It's going to be one of the ones I made for him already. Just put it on a different car, you know what I mean? So just got to tell me what vehicles you need it on. Daniel has popped in. I believe that is all 20. Go through, do some math. Nope, it might be 19. I think there's still one short. You're still at 19. One person missing. That's not part of the count, Clapper. But right now we're at 19, so I think you're in if we don't get another driver in the next 9 seconds. I mean, I'll make it for wherever you want. Mikey's is for several different series. It looks like no one else connected, so Clapper, come on in. Into qualifying, we have 19, so we'll sneak Clapper in as well. Someone didn't get their memo, I guess, that they made the event. Clapper, please don't make me regret this. Corey, I said that everyone, Mikey's is doing it for like everything he's running, so I don't mind doing it for you as well. Sure, Derek would be excited about it. First things first, let's get password to Clapper. There you go, bud. Don't make me regret it. Don't be a dick. Get driver chat in here just because qualifying can be boring. Someone's definitely getting the engine hot. You're just hanging it on there. Doing the cheese. I usually just sit on the end of pit road and do it. Get this over on the side here. Get back to a broadcasting situation. Let's do it. He hit 293? Golly. I heard you say 290. That's a lot of heat. All right, first car across the line is going to be the 88 Quinn Newton there. Qualifying underway for our main event now. Good, Clapper. Stay a good boy. Don't make me regret it. A few drivers on their time lap here. Hayden Lowell. Looks like we've given him 2 laps as Hayden's up high. Matt Mankey, Quinn Newton, Lucas Hoyson. Like Lucas is running it low like he wants to do 1 lap. Daniel Krim. Lucas hits the first time. Ian Montrose puts a lap down as well. Ian's going for 2 laps in here. Lucas wanted to do a 1 and done. This is why I was confused about which session had the 1 lap and which session had the 2. I knew one of them had one of them had the other. Pardon me for coughing up a lung, but I'm back. Matt Benke qualifies P2. Quinn Newton goes to P3. Ian Montrose in the DoorDash car sitting P4. Dalton Hayes in the 47 P5. Jordan Parker jumps up there into that 4 spot. TJ Floyd goes to P6. Opening laps for these guys. Montrose second lap puts him P2 in the DoorDash car, so nice jump there. That second lap, Davis Greenwell goes to P5 in his first lap. Dalton's second lap moves him to second briefly, and then Quinn Newton takes it right away from him. And Quinn goes to P2. We got 10 cars through the qualifying process. Even 20 cars, plus my silly self on the screen. Don't worry, I won't be racing, so that'll disappear, and you'll be able to see all 20 cars. Let's go, Brad. Sorry I couldn't get your teammate. You guys did try. Trim to the lines. Second lap. 47.958. Moves him up to the 4th spot. Hayden able to dethrone Lucas. Takes away the pole for the pole winners race. Davis Greenwell jumps over Lucas. Goes to P2. Ethan Evers won the Super Speedway Series. Back when this was one of the cars we ran there, so that paint scheme is a championship paint scheme. Across the stripe, he goes P6. Mike Edwards and his Golden Eagle 14 machine coming to the line. Mikey clocks in 3rd. A nice effort there from Edwards. Mike Chris goes up to 8th. And we're watching the Reese's machine, Blake Giglio. Is that orange 26 to the stripe. Clocks in at a 47.8. That goes to the pole. Blake Giglio all the way to the top of the charts. Clapper Duel gets 1 lap down. 47.977. 1 and done for him as he didn't have time for that second one. So Clapper able to get 11th. 15 cars put a lap down. Henry Koloff, Cody Brown, Brad Patton, Cliff Mullins, and Daniel Llewellyn did not get a lap down. Those are our 20 entrants for this race. Qualifying complete. Blake Giglio, your pole sitter. Let's see if we have a quick word with Blake while the cars get out on the grid. As we get a DM, because this is loud. It won't let me go back to muted versions. What the heck? It's being dumb. There it goes. Is Koloff actually here? Can anybody in chat verify? Because I thought they were telling me in Discord it wasn't going to be. Mr. Blake DG, you got a copy?
How's it going?
Not a whole lot, but hey, you're a pole sitter here in that brand shiny new orange Toyota thing you got going on. Tell us about your lap. How'd you get it done?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you watched it or not, but something's telling me you did watch it since you're asking me these questions. Don't watch before lap 1. Let's just say there's some ways to cool some stuff down. You know what I'm saying? So
there's some ways to heat some stuff up too.
That's right. So we had a good lap, and Hayden caught it after I did it. So hopefully we keep this thing out front tonight. Got that beautiful new orange car like we were talking about, and ready to go get this thing done.
All right, man. Good luck here in this main event. Good luck.
Thanks.
Eventually, I'll get you in chat. There we go. Got him in his chat. All right. We got 20 cars set to do battle here. I am not one of them, even though it shows me on the scoreboard. Let's go ahead and get our starting lineup going. If we can get everything organized here. Some guys are out of position. Some guys aren't on track yet. There we go. Who are we missing? Davis. And it looks like it's going to be 19 cars because Henry Koloff not out on grid. We didn't have time to get another person in. So it'll be 19 cars, but that's still a good field. We'll make it work. Alright, let's get this thing started. Our starting lineup presented by our friends at the Wanted Goons. Appreciate them coming on board, sponsoring our starting lineups for this season. As the field starts to roll here. We got 50 laps for this clash. No other special rules, just 50 laps. Get it done. All these buttons to hit. There we go. Blake Giglio is your pole sitter, and what shows is a 7 on your scoreboard. It'll be the 26 car. These numbers are going to be all jumbled up tonight because this is in a hosted session, so numbers are first come, first serve, and it's a mess. But that was the easiest way to get all these drivers in from different leagues into one place. So Blake Giglio is your pole sitter. Hayden Lowell starts second, his Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Davis Greenwell roll off third in this pink metallic paint scheme. Mike Edwards, the Golden Eagle Ford, starts in the 14th spot. Lucas Weitzman in that Busch Light Ford starts in the 5th spot. Quinn Newton, 712 Brake Chevrolet, rolls off in the 6th spot. He transferred in. Daniel Krim, he's got his number 7/11 rolling off 7th. Ethan Evers in his number 8 Fort Worth Green Chevrolet rolls off 8th. Mike Chris in the 712 Brakes Ford starts in the 9th spot. You have Dalton Hayes in the USA Chevrolet starting in 10th. Jeremy Clapper-Newell, Martin Sports Chevrolet in 11th. Ian Montrose, the DoorDash Toyota, starts in the 12th spot. TJ Floyd has his original grain Chevrolet starting in the 13th spot. Jordan Parker, his number 9 Chevrolet, starts in the 14th spot. Matt Benke, he has his Amtrak Chevy starting in 15th. Brad Patton has his Snap-on Mustang starting 16th. Cliff Mullins, Curly's Guns N' More Chevrolet in 17th. Daniel Wallen in his Iowa Hawkeye 712 Brake Chevrolet starting in 18th. Then Cody Brown, he'll be starting 19th in his Shocker Dale Jr. throwback. 19 cars to contest here for SRL's Clash. All pole winners from 2024 eligible, plus drivers that transferred in from the Sidecar Open. Quick look at our race analysis. When pace car dives off, 50 laps. It should be a pretty straightforward race. Nothing on the line but the prize at the end. Could win $10 iRacing credit. Could get free paint scheme. Maybe there's something else we can give away. We haven't brought it up yet. Mystery prize. Hayden Lowell, Blake Giglio lead us down to turn number 1. Thanks once again to the Wanted Goons for sponsoring our starting lineup as we get underway here. Lucas going from the bottom to the top. Learn all the new paint schemes this season. Hayden going to try to go from the bottom to the top and block the top lane's momentum down the backstretch. Quinn Newton stays in line. Now he's going to dive underneath Hayden. Hayden drops down to block, and we are blocking hard on lap number 1 of 50. 2% of the way through the race. Hayden back to the top in front of Mike Christopher. Trying to be a Joey Logano out there. All 19 cars still in this lead pack. Mike Chris getting down on the door of Hayden Lowell there. Pulled him back a little bit and it actually works out. Blake Giglio's seen enough in the Reese's machine. He's dropped him to the back. Mike Chris going up to the front with Lucas Heusma pushing him. Those two teammates get out to the lead. Drop to the bottom line ahead of Hayden Lowell. Now Ethan Evers leads the outside lane with Dalton Hayes and Ian Montrose in tow. Also have the 10 of Brad Patton in that outside lane, and I believe that was the Amtrak car of Matt Benke. He's going to be race controlling for Sidecar, so he's getting his one race in for the season. Where he has to get behind the controls. Does it mean Blake's the pole sitter of all pole sitters? Sure. He won pole for the race for pole sitters. Makes sense. Getting single file up towards the front. Mike Chris, Lucas Heutz, Quinn Newton Then Mike Edwards, Jordan Parker, Davis Greenwell. Things settling down. People know they got a long race to go here. 50 laps. I believe I put them 50% fuel, so that's like 16, 17 laps on a tank of gas. Gotta have a car at the end. Blake Giglio is in danger of losing the draft. And I believe right about now, Blake Giglio is out of the draft. Is right up front. Brad Patton gets a hell of a push from Hayden Lowell all over the place. He just went, but he saves the race car. It's actually a phenomenal job not crashing that number 10 Mustang for Snap-on. The number 56 Napa car sent him for an absolute ride there. And just like a true racer, he just throttles up and catches back up to the lead pack and thinks nothing of it, and then goes for a pass with no help at all. Brad Patton don't care. Maybe he thought somebody up front would jump out with him, but most of them are teammates. I'm just going to ride and try to make laps here. Get down towards the end of the race before we do crazy stuff. Looks like Daniel Krim has dropped back to Blake Giglio, and those two are drafting. Bring our driver chat back in here and see if they can behave. The top six have broken away a little bit. About a half second from that lead six to the rest of the pack. Hayden gets clear of traffic, drops down to the bottom line. He'll try to pull up to the lead pack. Bringing Clapper Newell with him. Outside is Ethan Evers. There goes Brad. Once again, he's ready to make moves. He does not want to sit around and make laps and bore himself to death, so he's moved to the high lane. He'll shortly have help from Ethan Evers. And then Ethan splits him to the middle. Absolutely dumps Brad. Brad Patton into 10. Falling back like a rock. Doesn't have any teammates out there. And feeling the pain. PJ Floyd's made his way up to the 8th spot. You got Ethan Evers, Dalton Hayes, Cliff Mullins. 3 wide all the way back to the pack. Matt Bakey.
Brad, it was just getting cut. Oh, we're good, man.
Well, he's just about single file here. Somebody peeking out up front. That's Hayden. Out of the 6th spot.
11, just hold the bottom. Hold the bottom. 11.
I don't even know if Daniel Krim knows he's
Bottom,
11.
get bottom.
He probably doesn't know you're talking about him. He's normally the 7. Well, that didn't take long. Now we're on single file, 7 laps in. Blake pushes Davis. They get out in front of the Daniel Krim machine. They are 6.2 seconds back. Let's see if they can make any progress once they get formed up single file. Matt Menke maybe losing the draft and falling back to them. And yes, the Amtrak car has lost the lead pack. Matt Menke is going to fall back. We'll have 15 in this lead pack. Cliff Mullins are on the outside of Ethan Evers. Brad Patton, Cody Brown is the back part of this group. Decided to go side by side. There's Dalton Hayes pushing Cliff Mullins. Behind that is Cody Brown getting pushed by Ian Montrose. Those 4 cars were to the top lane. Now the 37 to 47 drop down. Oh. I don't know what Ethan was trying to do there. Maybe trying to lead that group, but all of a sudden.
You got the corner. 100% gas. Hey, Matt, just hold bottom. We'll pick you up.
Pick up Matt Menke in that second group. They are still steadily losing time back there. Side by side for Hayden's position in 7th. Gets ahead of TJ Floyd. Now he's working on Clapper Newell on the outside line. 8 of Ethan Evers giving him that push up there in the top lane. Then you have Cliff Mullins lined up right behind. Dalton Hayes and the 10 of Brad Patton all working the top line. Inside, you got Clapper Duel, TJ Floyd, Cody Brown, Ian Montrose, and Daniel Llewellyn. Outside starting to make some hay. They've gotten up alongside the 14 of Mike Edwards now. Edwards in 4th, hasn't had a car outside of him in several laps. Edwards will have a new paint scheme next week. For this week, he's running a Brett Holmes throwback. 11 laps into this 50-lap race. So far, we've had a few scares, but they've been rather clean. First window of pit stops, if I'm right about the fuel tank, should be in about 5 to 6 laps. There, 3 wide as Cliff Mullins shuffles out Ethan Evers. Heath had been battling some illness lately, so good to see him out there. Hopefully he's feeling better. No Friday, he was feeling awful. Front of the pack, content to single file and ride. All the action's towards the back. As the 10 of Brad Patton pops out of the line. Brad's made his way up to 7th. He was riding 9th when he popped out. As a push from Cliff Mullins, Dalton Hayes, Ethan Evers. Mullins gives him a shove into the corner, then drifts up the hill. Like Mike Edwards has decided it's time to try something. He moves out of the line. The 9 of Jordan Parker fills the gap on the inside lane. Now Patton going to have to push Edwards. A couple of Ford Mustangs trying to work together. Maybe that's why Edwards pulled the cord there. Lap 13 of 50. Oh, the 9 of Parker gets turned across Edwards' nose, goes to the outside wall, and that brings our first caution out. Dalton Hayes getting pushed in there as well. And that's a lovely view of the infield. There's Dalton. And that is not what we want. Let's go ahead and fix these things real fast before we do this and then this. Bring out the drones here.
Why are you parking?
I had to turn around.
Looks like
Get down the track.
TJ Floyd was drifting up the hill a littlest bit ever, and Mike Edwards got a push at the same time, and it turned Edwards to the left as TJ was slightly moving to the right. Those two things come together for a recipe for disaster, and several cars get turned around. Watch this from TJ Floyd's drone cam. See, he'll be right down on that yellow line, then he'll come back up right as Edwards gets pushed down. And just recipe for disaster. Brad Patton gets another couple of contacts in there. Ian Montrose pushes Dalton Hayes for a while. And we have our first caution of the race. It took him 13 and a half laps. I'm proud of him. Took him a while to get there. Alright, should see everybody come down, take the fuel. Tires are optional if they feel like it'll help them. They don't usually matter too much here on the Gen 6 car, but you never know. Some people might have it in their head that they can change lanes better with fresher tires. We'll see who's taken. I believe it'll be everybody on the lead lap. Come fill up the fuel tanks. They're only a few laps away from pitting anyway. Mike Chris leads the field down the pit lane. Looks like just about everybody taking tires. Don't think that hurted. Jordan Parker, 7 seconds in the pit lane. It could have been a 2-tire stop or a no-tire stop. Lucas Oysa, 10 seconds in the pit lane. Mike Chris, 10. Hayden Knoll, 10. Cody Brown, 7. Quinn Newton, 12. Ethan Evers, 7. Matt Banky, 7. And Daniel Krim, 8. So I think a lot of 2 and no-tire stops in that. And then we get to the 4 tires of Cliff Mullins in 10th. Cliff took 4, as did Brad and Ian. Mike got a little damage repair there. 18-second stay in the box. Greenwell took 4 tires, as did Blake. Jeremy Clapper Newell fixed some damage, and then we got cars still in the pit lane. Those guys obviously working on repairs. Dalton Hayes, which you can't see because this is a great camera shot. TJ Floyd, Daniel Llewellyn. Yep, okay. All of them are over there somewhere. Great camera. Back of the pit lane. There's Daniel getting some damage worked on. 49 TJ Floyd crew trying to pull the fenders out. Dalton Hayes obviously a part of that last wreck. They don't want to use the fast repairs, so they're trying to get these cars fixed up as best they can. Your leader, Jordan Parker, I believe was fuel only call for the number 9/18. Let's see if we get a quick chat.
Correct.
Not a cone, you just got to decide if you want to be top or bottom as the leader. Hopefully that went through.
10-4.
It did good. Jordan, DG, got a copy?
Yep, got a copy.
Looking at your pit box times here, looks like fuel only for your car. What's the strategy?
Just stay as long as we can, stay to the front as long as we can, just try to avoid all the madness. They calmed down about after lap 10 or so, so like I said, I got my spotter in my ear from the open, and he's doing a pretty good job. He made that fuel only call to get me out front, so we're going to try and keep it as long as we can.
10-4, good luck to you, sir.
Alrighty, have fun.
Jordan Parker in the 9. Lights out on the pace car. We'll be going back to racing here. Looks like Parker's chosen bottom. Lucas Hoyce will have the top. Drivers are being quiet. It's weird. Not used to quiet drivers. Very quiet tonight. Parker Hoytsma your front row. Christopher Lowell row 2. Then you got Brown and Newton row 3. Evers and Banky row 4. And Daniel Krim 9th. All those guys were either 2 tires or no tires. The Mullins on back. 4 tires or tires and damage repair. Blake topped off the tank. Came back down. He'll restart 16th. Daniel Llewellyn fresh off the pit lane with repairs. TJ Floyd, Dalton Hayes. So all cars still running. All cars still in the lead lap. We'll see if those cars made the right call of not taking the fast repairs. 3 different cars took over a minute and a half of repair. You never know how that's going to be aerodynamically. We have Hoytsma Parker on the front row. Lucas, one of the top 2 winningest drivers in SRL history. Jordan Parker, newcomer to SRL. Welcome in, Jordan, leading the race. That's fun. Mike Chris.
In the DoorDash Camry.
Always Davis. Mike Chris, welcome back. Been a while since Mike Chris has run with us. He was here at the beginning when we founded SRL. Green flag back out on the air. Jordan Parker, Lucas Hoytsma leading the 2 lanes. Chevy versus Ford on that front row. Lucas goes out to the wall, then drops down in front of the leader. Lucas gets a great restart. Hayden Lowell clears to second. Jordan caught napping a little bit, it looks like. He was the leader. One car shuffled out. I believe that was Matt Banky. The Amtrak car split 3 wide. Everyone leaving him behind. Banky finding draft partners hard to come by. Lucas Hoytsma leads the inside lane. Now teammate Mike Christopher to the outside line. You have Quinn Newton there as well. Cliff Mullins. Quinn all the way to the bottom once he gets cleared with Mike Chris. Those 2 work well in the open. Here we are working together in the main. Mike Chris, Quinn Newton.
That makes my decision. I'm going to have to use my fast repair after all.
Someone fell off the back of the field.
Yeah, I mean, he just fucking turned right back up the track for no reason.
Apparently we had a wreck back here that we did not see. Oh, Clapper.
I didn't see it until it was too late because I was out on your bumper.
Clapper making me regret things again.
I was still gonna fucking hit him because he turned back up the track. There, no, I
See what happened back here. They go 3 wide. Mac Mankey gets him up and into the wall. So Matt came down a little bit, and wow. Why does he turn it back up the track? Maybe he just doesn't want to go to the pit lane? I don't know. Or he's trying to bring out a yellow and failed. Instead just hurt other cars. Field works their way out of turn number 4.
fucking apologize for it either.
15 cars still in the lead draft. Floyd, Dalton Hayes, Jeremy Clappermule off the lead lap. Cautions are really hard to come by with a small field like this. Field 4 laps since Blake came to the pit lane, 5 laps for everybody else. An extra lap of fuel may not matter if he's the only one. He'll need draft partners if he pits under green. See Clappermule, broken car, limping around on the inside. Close again.
Play that you got clapped on GG's stream for me, please.
Except sound commands are off, so we can't. Inside lane putting together a pretty good push here. Outside you got Lucas Hoyce and Blake Giglio. They work together a ton. Oh my gosh. Hayden Lowell in the back of Quinn Newton. Just about driving the 88 all over the place. Push the pusher situation almost went really bad there. And would have helped our cars that are 1 lap down. DJ Floyd and Dalton Hayes. Lucas now leaving the top lane to drop down to the bottom in front of Mike Christopher. Blake Giglio. Bright orange machine heading to the front. Has push from Mike Edwards now. Ian Watt shows Davis Greenwell and I believe that's Lieutenant Brad Patton up there. Yeah, 2 cars that look really dark. Oh, Mike Edwards out of shape. There goes the 4 car. As Lucas Hoyce was spinning, and that'll be a caution. Looks like a push gone wrong. Clear. There's a not clear on the radio. Oh, Lucas. Kevin Harvick car gets all sideways and torn up.
You need another Copenhagen after that, sucker.
Oh. Contact from Mike Edwards there. Let's try to look. I think Edwards was clear, but the momentum that the inside lane had just carried Lucas into Edwards really hard. And then the stack up as a result. Not enough time for everybody to check up. It's probably a bad move on the 14, but technically he was clear. Just not smart. That brings out our second caution. That'll help TJ Floyd.
What the fuck?
What just happened to Hayden?
That's on me 5-6, but no one called it out. I was also on the phone. I had a emergency call.
No one called out that we were under caution?
Maybe if people called out to check up, I would have heard it.
I don't need to.
Check up!
Just look.
Pretty sure Blake did. You see any damage on me, Lucas?
So I got damage?
No, you look good. Do I got any?
Not that I can see. Looks clean.
Alright, cool.
Alright, cool. So Blake is your
Hey, Dalton.
leader now.
I apologize. My thing was a map.
Now able to
It's
top
all
the 15.
good. It was just frustrating.
Should see everybody top off the tanks again.
Didn't really want to use the fast repair on lap 20, whatever the hell we're on, 24, but shit happens, I guess.
That it does.
Wait, we have fast repairs?
You have?
Gosh, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that we did, or else I wouldn't have. I would have unchecked it.
Oops.
100% taking the blame for that, Colton.
You just got
the
clapped!
second part for that, right? Hey, look, it does work.
It'll cost you one fast repair.
So Dalton Hayes looks like he's going to take the wave around. Get back on the lead lap.
Who's your spotter?
Might
That was
as well.
my bad. I was getting a hot dog. I didn't see him checking off.
Neo!
Oh.
Hayden
must
pushing
be blind.
Davis.
Lucas, clearly you're looking at this the wrong way. Wall hit you, Mike didn't hit you.
Sir, could you please stop touching the ass of the number 20 driver?
I will touch the ass of the number 20 driver as much as I want. Look, I'll do it again.
Do you have consent?
I didn't get non-consent.
I mean, that's some murky area there.
He hasn't said no. So,
This
we're in the
conversation's
good.
horrible. This conversation's horrible. I'm just going to send you back now.
This is
Okay, bye.
good talk.
Let's just stop there. It's not going to go anywhere good. Let's not get demonetized right away. So Hayes is going to take the wave around. Montrose is your leader. And there goes Hayes.
Swift, we have Zachary. Charges are being spread.
That's sounds like a you problem. I told you it was problematic.
I'm sorry for every 4X Hayden will have cost $1,000 per 4X, so I'm getting at least $1 billion.
Oh my gosh, that would be a lot of.
The Yoder's lined up on the inside.
I don't know if there's enough money in the world to cover that fine. That brings us to 18 cars on the lead lap. The only car off the lead lap is now that Clapper Newell machine. He went 2 laps down during all of that.
Can I get a UL, please?
Hayes took a wave around. Lucas and Cliff have the powers if they need. Think.
Cliff can't even see straight. You gave him powers?
I like chaos. Montrose fuel only. Fuel only also for Mike Chris. Looks like Blake may have taken 2.
If he only knew how close I was to click and remove right there.
Doesn't mean anything, so doesn't really matter.
It's a joke. Laugh. Montrose and Christopher front row. Here we go.
Everything.
Inside lane formed up a little better than the high side. We'll see how that translates going into turn 1. High line recovered really well. Giglio backed off on Montrose. Five low drag cars in the top 6. Quinn just bounce off the fence? It's really close if he didn't. I think maybe he just rode the wall a little bit. Up at the front, Ian Montrose, Blake Giglio, 1-2. Hayden Lowell's taking 3rd. Jordan Parker up to the 4th spot. Daniel Kren 5th. Where'd they come from? Mike Chris falling back to 6th. David Greenwell 7th. Cody Brown in 8th. And Quinn Newton, Mike Edwards rounding out your top 10. And Daniel Wallen. Brad Patton, Cliff Mullins, Ethan Evers, TJ Floyd, Lucas Weitzman, Dalton Hayes, Matt Benke, top 18 on the lead lap. 36-26 on the screen. And then the 56. A lot of sixes at the front. Mike Chris goes for a bit of a up the hill ride and back down. No car around him, so no harm. Single file about through the whole top 10. And they are. Quinn Newton 11th, Cliff Mullins 12th, the first side-by-side action. And now we got something going on. And Montrose being shuffled out. Blake Giglio, Hayden Law go to the front. Got Daniel Krim, red car there. Red Chevrolet sitting in third. Ian Montrose, he didn't like everybody passing him. He jumps back out to that high side. Goes side by side with Daniel Krim. The 9, Jordan Parker, going to fill the gap. Montrose going to have to wait on the 22 to get there. Mike Chris going to give him a ride now. Mike Chris, a very good pusher on this type of racing. Giglio gets himself a lap led, but it doesn't really matter tonight. Tonight's all about the trophy and the prize. Giving us a nice little preview of what's to come next week in the duels. And then 3 weeks from now in the Daytona 500, a full-length race that we're going to put on for $500.
Sorry about that, Brad. It's all good. Didn't have enough time to tell you. Check up.
Yeah, it ended up fucking me in the long run, not you anyway, so.
Outside lane starting to make ground. Took them a while to get some traction, but now they're moving forward a little bit. Mike Chris shoving Ian Montrose every which way. Alongside Cody Brown. Starting to move back up to Jordan Parker now. Cliff was all the way out of the wall there. I think he was getting a little air on the nose. They worked their way up to Jordan Parker in 4th on that outside lane. 6 laps since we turned them loose. Waiting to see if that outside lane can make a charge to the lead. Anybody in the inside might jump up there and head the steam off. Looks like they're alongside Daniel Krim now, fighting for the 3rd spot. Hayden does not move up there. Leaves Ian the top. Those 2 teammates at Chance 2 Extreme Motorsports, 36 and 56. It's really hard to keep straight what is C2X, what is Low Dragon. It's just kind of one massive super team, really. It's kind of like Joe Gibbs in 2311. They all work together. $20 to go. Daytona Beach, Florida, in a clash at Daytona. Heading into turn number 1, Blake Giglio has the bottom. Ian Montrose and his Toyota at the top. Side by side for the race lead as that outside line finally materializes and gets back to the front. Davis Greenwell pushing 22 of Mike Chris, who's pushing the 36 of Ian Montrose, and Montrose breaks out to the lead. I imagine once Christopher gets the 36 clear, he'll try to get himself clear and drop down in front of his teammate. For sure, Kitty. It's a big team. Big super team. At least they try to break it up. Here comes the 36 once again. Outside lane kind of fell apart. Now Mike Chris trying to get back to his back bumper and pushing him once again. Blake Giglio, Hayden Law, Daniel Krim, Jordan Parker on the inside lane. Now the 36 gets alongside Parker. He was clear. Now he gets alongside the 7, Daniel Krim. Broke them apart a bit, pulled him off the lead too. 17 laps to go from Daytona in this sidecar clash. Race featuring our pole sitters plus some drivers from the upcoming season of Sidecar, all thrown into one event. If you want to check out how to join, go over to discord.gg/Sidewinder. Check out all of our leagues, including our season-long Sidecar on Sunday. And here they come again. Ian Montrose brought the outside lane all the way back to the front. Mike Chris, Davis Greenwell, Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Matt Benke all on the top side. Inside lane, Blake Giglio, Hayden Lowell, Daniel Krim, Jordan Parker, Cliff Mullins, Lieutenant Brad Patton, and the rest of the field single file back there. Like TJ Floyd, not able to stay with his lead pack. Check in on the 49. He was unable to stay with the draft. Unfortunate for him. He'll have to hope for a yellow. Clapper New, of course, 2 laps down. He definitely wants the yellows to get the wave rounds. Got some iRacing credits on the line or a free paint scheme. But mostly bragging rights. Things all shuffled up now as the 22 and 36 get clear. Blake Giglio dropped to the bottom, opens up the top for Davis Greenwell and Ethan Evers. Bringing along 14 of Mike Edwards and 35 of Matt Benke.
20 pin this time, 20 pin this time.
Only 12 laps, but he can make it to the end from here, so he's decided that's the move. Gets to the bottom, he is pitting. Let's see who pits with him.
That's real sketch, 14.
Blake Giglio, Hayden Lowell all coming down. Looks like the low drag cars have decided to come down together. 4 wide into the pits.
It's gonna kill all of us.
Well, the rest of the pack needs to get single file as quickly as possible, or the rest of the cars that pit are absolutely going to destroy them. That was Matt Benke getting down in line. Ethan Evers becomes the parade leader. Mike Edwards.
Guys, let's get those guys as much as possible.
Thinks that is the cars on track trying to gap. I think they're going to find that the low drag crew is pretty tough to beat when they all come off the pit lane together. Mike Chris, Hayden Law, Quinn Newton, Blake Giglio, Davis Greenwell, Lucas Weissman, Daniel Llewellyn all come off the pit lane together. Here comes the rest of the field trying to get their pit stops done. Ethan Evers going to spin it out, noses it into the inside wall. Ethan Evers probably going to have to take a fast repair for that. Still on track, Matt Benke, Jordan Parker. Those two are really going to be hurting. A 2-car draft nowhere near the effect of an 8-car draft. Where it's really going to matter.
Are you coming in this time?
Where these cars go.
Black flag.
Who's black flagging? Clapper leaving the pits. Mike Edwards, Brad Patton, Dalton Hayes, Cody Brown, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Krim. They're all going to leave. Ethan Evers, who still sits on the pit lane. There goes Matt Benke. And the 9 of Jordan Parker. Let's check back in on this group. All fuel only stops for all of these cars. Except for Daniel Krim. Daniel was able to get, I think, 2 tires to get back out there and stay with this group. That's kind of impressive. Looking for Mike Chris. There he is. And they're side by side. Giglio, Newton to the top. The lead pack. It's going to be Mike Edwards, Brad Patton. They got Owen off the pit lane so well. They have a 3-second lead over Dalton Hayes. Dalton has a little 4-car pack. And they're making inroads on the leader. As they go by the machines that are just coming off the pit lane. Ethan Evers had to serve a penalty, as did Ian Montrose, both those cars. Couldn't tell whose voice that is. We're learning new voices because new people into the series in this race. Edwards, Patton, plus that lap car of Clapper. And then you have Dalton Hayes, Cody Brown, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Krim. And then a bit of a gap back to Quinn Newton leading this next group. Quinn, Mike, Chris, Hayden Lowell, Lucas Hoytzel, Blake Giglio, Davis Greenwell. A bit of a gap back to Llewellyn, but he's in their draft at least. Should be able to pull up there along with Ethan Evers. There's Edwards making his way up to the back of Montrose. Montrose, after the penalty, going to go a lap down. He sits now in a lucky dog spot with 11.5 to go. And here is the chase group. Dalton Hayes, Cody Brown, former teammates. This group's 2.3 behind the leaders in catching. Behind them, Mike Chris is pushing Quinn Newton for all he's worth. They're just kind of holding steady, the gap from 9th, or the gap from 7th to 6th. They're just hanging around at 1.4 seconds. Let's drop to 1.5. Yep. There's your leader. Mike Edwards, Brad Patton, the Fords working together. Got 2 lap cars with them, Montrose and Clapper Newell. Those cars 1 and 3 laps down, so not even racing each other. 9 laps to go from Daytona Beach, Florida, here in this Clash opening event of the season. Edwards Patton within a gap of less than a second to Dalton Hayes. So Hayes has the draft of this lead pack. Meanwhile, that second pack, 7th on back, is losing ground. Now over 2 seconds from pack 2 to pack 3. Pack 2 did a really good job chasing down this lead pack. Now we got 8 cars in it. Now, if they stay patient, stay single file, that back group won't catch them. But if they start doing what Cliff Mullins is doing, that back group will catch them. And Cliff Mullins has all his teammates in that back group, so it makes sense that Cliff Mullins is trying to slow down this lead pack. Built by Clapper Newell. Clapper dropping to the tail of this pack. Cliff's strategy is working. Breaking up this lead pack. The second group starting to catch up. He's going to keep on doing it. Gap went from 2.5 to 2.3 and dropping from 6th to 7th. So Cliff's strategy working the way he wants it to. Plus now the 99 car is at the tail of that field. That's really where the draft number is going to come from. Montrose and Mullins almost made contact there, and then both of them reacted extremely. Montrose went below the yellow. Cliff went right to the wall. Still Edwards and Patton out front. And Mullins has made his way all the way up to 3rd. Daniel Krim giving him a push. Chase pack's now under 2 seconds and catching rapidly, so this is working out brilliantly, just as Cliff Mullins intended it to. And oh, by the way, Cliff's gone to the lead for his troubles. Now the gap down to 1.1 seconds. Quinn ought to be starting to feel the draft off of that 99 lap machine. And they ought to be closing back in to make this a 13-car race with 6 laps to go. Able to see now the second group right there in the shot. Plus we're catching 2 lap cars here.
Leaders, where you want to... Out of the way. I know. Where do you want to... Top.
That's funny.
Park in the middle of the back there.
Where do you want us out of the way? Here comes that second group.
Pretty much what I heard too.
Quinn Newton's moved to the top wall here. He's got to come down a little bit.
Don't matter to me, I'll miss it. Lapper's going close to the wall as possible.
Quinn's going to try to split the middle. Ian wants to move up and block him. Ian's going to pin him behind the lap traffic. That's kind of funny. It's a dick move for Ian. Oh, they're going to wreck. You know, TJ Floyd, they got spit out. Quinn Newton's in it, and several cars wadded up at the back part of that.
I can't go any higher. God dang.
Let's see how that happened. Gets into the 9, gets a punt, and then TJ Floyd went to the middle. And as he's in the middle, gets punted.
Hey, thank you, good buddy.
Ethan smacks in there, takes a couple of nose contacts.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
I need an EOL.
What are we doing? Like, what was that?
Hey,
Drivers
I
get
got
so
told to stay
animated.
high just to the wall that I could. I stayed up there, so whatever happened behind me is on you guys. I was leading the outside line now.
That is true.
Yeah, you got into the wall a little bit, slowed me up, I moved down, and then I just got wrecked.
Because you moved down.
You were the only person right
Yeah. Yep. TJ Floyd does move down into Quinn Newton's nose.
You can't cut down on someone, whether there's 1 or 2 people down there or 500. You cut down on lead lap car.
That did happen.
there. Yeah, I'm also trying to hold my position, Hayden.
Yeah, work out. Aren't you a lap down?
None of those
Not at that
cars.
very moment. I was going a lap down.
Well, I'm pretty sure you were a lap
I
down.
haven't seen it yet, but let me get this straight. Were you trying to block something?
He's definitely a lap down.
No, we were up against the wall.
It's very much a lap down when this happens.
Everyone pit.
He's a lap down, lap down, lap down, lap down, lap down. Now he's not a lap
I mean,
down.
half of us have to. We're all broke. You didn't hold your line. You came down on lead lap cars. You got to be better than that. Whether it was a mistake or intentional, you got to be better than that.
Do you have anything else to bitch about, Hayden? Because I feel like that's all you do, and you viciously attack me with anything.
Hey, Brian, you're a shitter. I do have better things I could bitch about, but currently you're being a bitch, so therefore I will bitch about a bitch.
Wow. We got beef. I don't know, Kenny, but it was funny.
I will apologize. I got tight and came up in front of Quinn. That wasn't my intention, sorry.
We got beef.
I'm not sure what parking inside of my race car does other than make you look very immature, but good for you, buddy.
Oh, I want to see it
And
now.
immediately drives off. Good job.
I
Good
wanna
job.
see it now.
Go on now. Goodbye.
No,
Yeah,
we're
it
gonna-
gets my point. That all you do is bitch.
Wow.
You're both shitters.
It's TJ Floyd.
I'd rather be known for bitching than never taking accountability, so.
Mm.
We're not even 1 month into 2025, and we are bitching and beefing.
Bitching and beefing.
That's NASCAR, brother. Hell
Beefy
yeah.
bitches. Beefy bitches.
It's because I literally said I'd move down. So, okay.
I mean, you did move down. That is
Hey,
true.
Clapper.
By the way, Cliff Mullins leads this race on a green white checker.
Yeah.
By the way.
Does my car look damaged? I thought I had no damage, but I hit some shit.
Yeah, pull up here. I'll look at it, buddy. Yeah, nothing.
Looks pretty clean.
Even on the front end?
Even on the front end.
No. Front end's good.
He's like, I hit some
Yeah,
shit.
those Toyotas don't mess around.
Because they're built in America.
I think everybody's just looking for an I'm sorry and probably the drop, but I couldn't come out of my mouth.
Wow, that's impressive, Guinea.
We're assembled in America.
All right. 13 cars on the lead lap.
DJ, tell you what, I'll man up here. I will apologize for bitching and being upset that I was in a wreck, if you can apologize for causing a wreck.
Okay, Aiden, I apologize. I'm a terrible driver. You are much more my superior. I suck at everything I do. Does that make you feel better?
Let's quit bitching so we can watch the damn Bills game. Fuck the Chiefs. Now shut up.
Hey, I'll somehow agree with you on there. Buffalo just scored, tied it up.
There we go. Apparently it's tied.
Can we get the grills out, please?
Oh my
Don't the
god.
Bills just make you want to shout?
Oh no.
No, I just kick my heels up and shout.
Golf McLaren saying, let's go Crim.
Kingdom.
Oh my god, we're singing. What is happening?
Boo! Ref job.
What is happening? And why? Cliff Mullins,
I
Mike
get all
Edwards, your
rosy,
front row.
Chief, when somebody says Josh Allen.
What a front
Tighten
row.
up, though. Will Levis, GOAT.
Hey, Will Evans GOAT. So many better players just in the Titans
As a
organization.
resident Tennessean and Australian, I will say I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Hope you're not a Tennessee fan.
Pretty sure that's what he just said he's not. But okay.
Wait, Cram, where you live?
Damn. Trying to dox the man?
Nice. I live outside of Nashville and Gallatin.
Alright. Hopefully we can
boy.
stop chatting and actually have a race for a couple laps.
I work in Hendersonville.
Green white checker attempt number 1 of 3 possible.
Yeah, my dad lives in Hendersonville. My mom lives in Gallatin.
Oh my
So I
god,
claim
Davis. Shut up.
Gallatin. We'll know it.
Didn't shut up. I tried to mute him. Green flag back out on the air. Mullins and Edwards. That's what it takes to shut him up. Drop a green flag. See what we can do. Head off to turn number 1.
I got a passing black flag for some reason.
It doesn't matter, Hayden. You're all the way back of the field anyway. Outside lane. Cody Brown, Mike Edwards pushing together. Former teammates. 14 and 17. Then they were not teammates for a while. And now they're back to teammates at a different team. 10 tenths cars. Oh, they make contact. Cliff Mullins trying to side draft. Gets into Mike Edwards. Mikey does one hell of a job not crashing. Then the 16 and that is Blake Giglio and Kevin Harvick's car. Lucas Hoytsma come together. They actually take the white flag. So, okay. We don't get the yellow there. White flag in the air. It is going to be between Mike Edwards and Cliff Mullins. We'll go back and check that wreck later. We stay green. We got really 6 cars that are in play here. Top 6, Quinn Newton, Matt Banky, Daniel Krim, Cody Brown, Mike Edwards, Cliff Mullins. Edwards lost his teammate. Oh, Cody Brown's going to turn Cliff. Cliff gets turned into the corner. We're down to 5 cars in this thing. Mike Edwards leads. Daniel Krim, Matt Banky, Cody Brown, and Quinn Newton. Coming out of turn number 4. Really, it's going to be between Edwards and Daniel Krim. Into the tri-oval, and it's going to be Mike Edwards, the Golden Eagle Mustang, picking up the win. Wow. Mike Edwards, Daniel Krim, Matt Banky, your top 3.
Good run there, Ethan. Good run.
Mike Edwards wins this race.
David, that was fucking wild.
What a finish that was.
Good race. Thanks for the help, Daniel.
That was fun, Dan.
Mikey gets the win in the Ford. Let's see if we can get a chat with our race winner. Michael DG, you got a copy?
Hi.
Well, that was wild. You got a good push out there initially from your teammate, and then Daniel Krim finished the job there. Pulled off the win in spectacular fashion. Well, first race for Golden Eagle and your first win. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, back-to-back nights, too. I got like half a gallon of gas left, so that caution did come out, which I don't know why it didn't. I would have been screwed.
It didn't because all the action was happening off the track, and then by the time it came back up the track, you'd already taken the white.
Hey, Ian,
I'll
you
take
still
it.
here?
Yeah, so congrats on your win there. Got a teammate doing some burnouts with you. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for your victory here in Daytona Beach in the Clash.
Yeah, you for taking care of these paints and putting us on Golden Eagle syrup, and Derek for helping me out with that. Forward screen printing, everybody at 10 tenths.
10-4. Well, congrats on the awesome win there. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you when it counts next week.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards in the 14. pulling off the win there, so we can track down the driver of the number 11, Daniel Krim. Hopefully he hasn't disappeared yet. Watch Mikey do a little bit more extra burning out. Let's see, where you at, Daniel? Where you at, Daniel? Where you at? 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 Let me use him track. Where you at in Discord? There he is. Oh my gosh. Daniel DG, you got a copy? Hello. Daniel.
What's up?
There he is. Hi. Well, what a race that was. Looked like you had a real shot at it there towards the end. Just couldn't get the run there on Edwards to finish it off. But you brought it home P2 and a race that really doesn't matter where you finish if it's not first. But hey, still has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you can have a good race, it always counts.
Sam 4 brought it home P2. What did you maybe need to try and get by Edwards there at the end?
I mean, Matt was right behind me. He'd been a great help all night. I mean, since practice, me and him got together and we're working really well. If we could just had the back half of us right there stay together, he might have been able to push me past Edwards. But once we got on the front stretch, he kind of just pulled away, and I was in dead air behind him.
Sam 4 was still a strong P2 tonight. Got friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for your P2?
Definitely got just about everybody to thank. Obviously, everybody for SIDECAR here for inviting me back for the Clash. I didn't even realize I was going to be in until got the message the other day, so I had to go get this car, throw the paint scheme on it that I never had a paint scheme on before, so literally got that done an hour before the race here. Shout out to Bryant's Motorsports, Hendersonville, Tennessee, HSR Phantom Racing, and all of their sponsors, JVM Graphics, Pride Trucking. I'm definitely forgetting about people, and I'm trying to remember everybody here. Thank you to you for inviting me back as well. Obviously, this was a fun last year in ARCA Series. All-Star 15, Hard AF Filter, AC Cages, Wrestling with Nerds, Nerds Throwing No Things podcast, Regeneration Sports. I think I got everybody, Honey Hill Farm. And yeah, everyone from 712 and everybody here in the league for putting this on too. This was a fun show last year. Sadly, schedule-wise, I couldn't come back for a full season this season, but happy to come back for this one race and put on a good show.
Sam 4, we appreciate you. Hopefully you can find some time in your schedule to fit in some races this season. We appreciate you so much, and yeah, congrats on a strong run.
Thank you, guys.
Daniel Krim brings it home P2. Now if we see if I find our third place finisher, Matt Banky. He's in the waiting room. Look at you. Look at you just being so nice sitting in the waiting room for me. I appreciate that.
Oh, anytime, Swiss. I don't know how this happened. Everything just kind of opened up in front of me.
You get all the way to a P3 and it's going to be your only race of the season. That has to be kind of bittersweet.
Oh, jeez. Look at me go. I went from what? The back to the front?
It's a good time to watch. And yeah, you and Daniel seem to work together really well. And next thing you know, you got that Amtrak car up in the podium spots when everything goes to shit there in that last lap. Had to be pretty fun, though. And, well, it's a good way to lean into your race control career starting off next week.
Yeah, it's a little sad that it's the only one, but I'm just glad it is. But yeah, I want to thank Quinn for pushing me at the end. He could have just went around me at any moment.
Had to be kind of fun, though, that if you get your only start, you might as well get a top 3 out of it, right?
Best way to start the season. I don't think I'll be back up.
All right, bud. Well, congrats on a strong run. You got your friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for that awesome podium finish.
Bree, she's yelling at me for having this interview, but I want to see her get up in the top 3 here.
Right?
You do for doing the broadcast, Racing Paints, Genesis Aviation, Southern Broadcasting. They do a different league that I'm in. What is it? Quinn and his brakes. Cliff.
Quinn and his brakes. Quinn and 712 brakes, yes.
I think I can't remember everybody now. Anyway, I guess I'm done.
Better put Amtrak out there and tell everybody you like trains.
I do like trains, and every time I ask them about them, they go, "It's not our thing." So
What's in
they don't get a shout out.
There you go. You just get to be on the car. All right, man. Congrats on the strong P3 run, and look forward to see what you can do in race control next week.
Let's go.
Matt Banky having a great run. Awesome to see that. Got to root for Matt. It's one of those guys, just hard luck and kind of like it when he has a good run, you know? Congrats to him on that third place finish. Thanks to everybody watching tonight. Appreciate you coming on by. Let's take a look at our final results. and see how things shaked out tonight. It'll pop up eventually, I promise. Just very slow. There it goes. Oh man, let me update that logo if I can. Anyway, Mike Edwards, Daniel Grimm, Matt Benke, Quinn Newton, Cody Brown, Davis Greenwell, Ian Montrose, Hayden Law, Daniel Wallen, Brad Patton round out your top 10. And the page 2, you have Cliff Mullins, Blake Giglio, Lucas Weissman, Ethan Evers, Jordan Parker, Mike Christopher, TJ Floyd, Jeremy Clappernool, and Dalton Hayes. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I have to say thank you to all of our partners at Sidewinder for coming over and helping us put this show on for you each and every night. We have a whole sponsor slide for this. Here we go. Wild Horse Broadcasting does our Monday Night ARCA series. Thanks to them. Check them out over on the YouTube. Wanagoons puts on our Dirt series Tuesday nights, so that's pretty fun. They also do our starting lineup, so thanks to them. Arc Music puts on our Tuesday Xfinity series. The 712 Breaks has been mentioned a lot. They put on our CTC League on Wednesday nights. Low Drag Esports puts on our Thursday Night Truck series. Appreciate them coming on board this season. Fort Worth Screen Printing, they've moved over to the GT3 series on Friday nights, so thanks to John Garrett and that company. Golden Eagle puts on our Super Speedway series every Friday night. Ethan Evers and his Evers Fever podcast puts on our sidecar stuff, so all of our Sunday sidecar stuff will be presented by them. Big C's Diecast, scan that QR code, go ahead, pause it, and scan that. Get on over to his Facebook Marketplace, give him a follow. A lot of different diecast deals coming in and out, and of course CTC Race Network helps puts on our Wednesday Night Cup Series. Appreciate all you guys for watching tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week for the Daytona Duels. That does it for the YouTube. Now we're just Twitch stream. We can hang out, watch replays, get the music on. How is your weekend going? Anybody have a replay they want to check?